Is a significant drop in gold production on the horizon? During the Denver Gold Forum last September, the chairman of the World Gold Council said he thinks the world may have reached peak gold. That is the point where the amount of gold mined out of the earth will begin to shrink every year, rather than increase, as it has done pretty consistently since the 1970s. Randall Oliphant is not the only high-profile person in the gold industry expressing concern about gold supply over the long term. Franco-Nevada chairman Pierre Lassonde also expects a significant dip in gold production in the coming years. During a recent interview with the German financial newspaper Finanzunterwirtschaft, Lassonde said we're seeing a significant slowdown in the number of large deposits being discovered. The big question is, how will the industry replace the massive gold mines that have produced large amounts of the yellow metal over the last 130 years or so? Production is declining, and this is going to put an enormous amount of pressure on prices down the road. If you look back to the 70s, 80s and 90s, in every one of those decades the industry found at least one 50+ million ounce gold deposit, at least 10 30+ million ounce deposits, and countless 5 to 10 million ounce deposits. But if you look at the last 15 years, we found no 50 million ounce deposit, no 30 million ounce deposit, and only very few 15 million ounce deposits. So where are those great big deposits we found in the past? How are they going to be replaced? We don't know. We do not have those ore bodies in sight. There is evidence that people like Oliphant and Lassonde aren't just blowing smoke. Last month, we reported that Australian gold mine output is on track to fall by half over the next 25 years. Chinese gold production has fallen 10% through the first 3 quarters of this year. As a Business Insider article pointed out, large gold fields such as South Africa's Witwatersrand Basin, Nevada's Carlin Trend, and Australia's Super Pit are all nearing the end of their life cycles. Lassonde said that mining companies have not invested enough in exploration and technology development. Even if investment ramps up, it will still take years to see results. What the industry has not done anywhere near enough is to put money back into exploration. They have not put anywhere near enough money into research and development, particularly for new technologies with respect to exploration and processing. The way our industry works is it takes around 7 years for a new mine to ramp up and then come to production. So it doesn't really matter what the gold price will do in the next few years, production is coming off, and that means the upward pressure on the gold price could be very intense. The Business Insider article pointed out another problem confronting the gold industry. The low-hanging fruit has mostly been picked. Gold is both scarce and finite, one of the main reasons why it's so highly valued, and explorers are now having to dig deeper and venture farther into more extreme environments to find economically viable deposits. Consider South Africa. More than 40% of all the gold mined in human history came from the Witwatersrand Basin. But annual gold output in South Africa has plummeted. In 1970, South African mines produced 1,000 tons of gold. Since then, production has steadily dropped. The country only produced 167.1 tons in 2016. That represents an 83% drop from the 1970 peak. When we look at the future of gold, it's easy to get caught up in the latest geopolitical turmoil or the most recent policy pronouncement by the Federal Reserve. Of course, it's important to keep abreast of the latest developments in the news cycle. But investors should never lose sight of the most basic fundamentals, supply and demand. The gold industry may well be entering a long-term and possibly irreversible period of less available gold. As mining companies find it more difficult to pull gold out of the earth, it will mean less gold for refiners to produce for the consumer market. Remember, gold gets its value from its scarcity. Australian gold mine production on track to fall by half over next 25 years. Australian gold output will peak in just 4 years and then begin a steep decline, according to a report issued by a Melbourne-based industry advisor. According to Minex Consulting analysis reported by Bloomberg Business, Australian mine output will max out in 2021 and then fall by half into the mid-2050s as aging mines close down. A steep decline in Australia's gold production will have a significant impact on world supply and lends credence to remarks made by the chairman of the World Gold Council during an interview at the Denver Gold Forum last month. Randall Oliphant said he thinks the world may have reached peak gold. This means the amount of gold mined out of the earth will begin to shrink every year, rather than increase, as it has done pretty consistently since the 1970s. Oliphant said there are signs we've reached that point. In the near term, he expects production to likely plateau at best, before slowly declining as demand rises, especially given global political risks and robust purchases by consumers in India and China. We're not going to fall off a cliff in the near term, but in the same time it's really hard to see how we're going to produce enough gold to meet all this demand. Australia ranks as the world's second largest producer of gold. A steep falloff in production there would certainly push overall world output significantly lower, lending weight to peak gold speculations. Recent production data also backs up the contention the world may have hit peak gold. Mined production plateaued at 3,100 tons in 2016, equal to 2015's output. And in the first half of this year, we saw sharp drops in mine output in both China and Australia, the world's leading producers. In 2016, Mining.com analyzed the data and concluded there are no more easy gold discoveries. In fact, the number of major gold discoveries continues to shrink. MarketWatch asserted that we're heading for an impending gold production cliff. This seems to be the major issue facing Australian miners. According to Bloomberg Business, a steep drop in new discoveries as aging mines reach the end of their life is the key factor behind the predicted production dip. The nation needs to act to boost future production from new discoveries, or risk significant supply disruption in the medium term, Minex Managing Director Richard Schott said in a study published Monday. When it comes to the gold market, most investors tend to focus on the latest economic news, geopolitical concerns, and central bank maneuverings. But it's important not to forget the fundamentals, supply and demand. All of the signs point to shrinking supply in the future, even as demand increases. In fact, the gold industry may well be entering a long-term and possibly irreversible period of less available gold. As mining companies find it more difficult to pull gold out of the earth, it will mean less gold for refiners to produce for the consumer market. Remember, gold gets its value from its scarcity.